Greetings and salutations. Sorry, I was just finishing my food. I am Karen Russmore, and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, I am so tired. And I seem to be blowing out my mic a little. I don't know. I'm going all the way up. Alright, what am I doing? I am playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. I am kind of tired. Greetings, all things geek girl, in the chat. Hello, how are you doing? So much of my... So as Nightbot has just called out, as of Monday the 24th of May, I'll be GMing Starfinder Adventure Path Fly Free or Die in a stream called All That Glitters Explodes over on Manipot Studios from 7 o'clock. Don't know how many people out there who would GM or stream or try to do the two things at the same time. But there's a lot of prep involved, and as part of that, all that prep involved, it's left me worrying over, in some cases, mundane things that probably shouldn't worry about, and to a certain degree, you know, it's not all me. Most of it is actually being handled by one of the players, Krifu, who is one of the joint founders of Manipot Studios. So he's handling the whole overlay and audio and the rest of it. But at the same token, I'm sort of like making sure that everything is in place, that ready for when we go live, and the story, I have at least some idea of where it's going and how it starts off. And just so much reading, so much prep, and this is in between everything else that I'm doing. So, you know, I stream 3 times a week. I join my UK over on his channel on the Saturdays. I game Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, alternate Saturdays, Sundays. So I game 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm going to be adding another game into that. That'll be going out on a weekly basis. I'll feel a lot better once the first episode is out of the way, and we'll either make a break on that episode. It should be fine. It's one of them where, you know, like I say, I don't know how many people actually GM, but the way that I tend to GM is like there's like Adventure Path books. Do I have it to hand? Yes, I do. Here we go. This little book here. It's all of about 90 pages. Oh no, not 90. 64, 65 pages. Most of it isn't plot, it's just background stuff. The plot ends around about page 39? So 39 pages of this is the plot, so I need to know roughly what's going on. But at the same token, there's a part of me where it's like, I need to know all of this before I've even begun. And in realistic terms, it doesn't need to be, you know, all 39 pages. Because you can bet your bottom dollar that you get 4 players around the table and set the ball rolling, you'll get through about 2, maybe 3 pages in a session, depending on how it goes, because it might be that they're a fast group who play through the material fairly quickly, in which cases it might be 4 or 5 pages. But until you start getting some sessions out of the way, you don't know what pace that they're going to take in, and I'd rather over prep than under prep, but that basically means rather than knowing 4 or 5 pages, I'm not sort of like know off the top of my head about 15 of them. Plus as well, I'm trying to be a little bit extra because this is a live stream. Which basically means I'm just double checking over everything, and I'm double checking lore and rules that may or may not come into effect, and it's just like it's a lot of work. And Pathfinder Kingmaker still hasn't loaded up. Let's poke that with a stick. Now we can hear it in the background. Actually, let's change the screen over to it so we can both see it loading up very slowly together. So, you know, after the first couple of sessions, you know, that's likely to slow down a bit. Players will be there remembering rules and dealing with you know, one of the things will happen in the first session is like, okay, you're going to go to this planet, and you're currently at this planet, you need to go to that planet. And the players might turn around and ask, so what do we know about this planet that we're currently on? Okay, there was terrible things in here. I remember that much. Why then am I going... Is that camera zoomed? This looks weird, like the camera's far too zoomed in. I mean, it doesn't help that Valerie's huge. Okay, right. There was terrible things going on in this room.
To victory.
So we're walking in Valerie first, because nobody can touch her. By the way, that I've cleaned out so many of the spells, it's all like there's gaps appearing over here, but... Tarple. Do I want to tarple it up? I think I do. Trying to remember what was so terrible about this room. I hate the fact that poison is doing so much damage.
Let us strike as one.
Bless. God dang it.
This should do it.
I have a feeling I charged him previously
Let yourself open.
to murder the guy, and it ended badly for me.
I'll cut you.
Of course, things are still ending badly because there's so many people over there. It's not what I was hoping for. Make with the murder.
A calculated risk. Could you move over there a little bit, and then we're going to hit them with another scorching ray. Now, but you're no longer blind. God dang it.
Do not falter.
Oh, seriously?
This will hurt. I didn't even break a sweat.
Huh. I thought you had a thing that you don't have. So let's just murder the thing. There we go. Surprise, I'm now behind you. God damn it.
Let's try this way. Hoping he was out of cloud kills.
Onward!
Repent.
Make with the meta. Make with the meta. Somebody just meta him. Great sword called Remnant. +5 flaming greatsword deals an additional 2d6 divine damage on a hit. If the wielder is good and the target is evil, it instead deals 3d6 divine damage instead. Not bad. Shame there's nobody who uses a greatsword around anymore. Here's looking at you, Amory, for abandoning me. So we got off out of that a little bit worse for wear, but not too badly. Right. You've lost 2 strength. You've lost 4 strength. You've lost 4 strength. You're okay, and you've lost some con as well as strength. I think I've got a greater restoration should do. Getting rid of that strength damage. There we go. Okay, everybody's fighting fit. How am I off for spells though? That's another question. Missing a few there, missing all of those there. Down to the level 5s. Do I have camping supplies? That is a question. I have 12 camping supplies. Okay, so I can rest twice. Right. I think I'm doing okay. I've got this door that I need to crack open at some point, but I don't know how. I think I've been through everywhere, both sides. So it's time to go upstairs, I believe. Somewhere in the house there's a shrine, a special place where Nerissa keeps the apology, a cup filled with dust of kingdoms. If we can get to a shrine, Nerissa will have to appear and answer for everything, whether she wants to or not. And defeat Nerissa. Ever since we appeared in the Stolen Lands, the mighty Fey Queen has plotted to control our fate. It's time to stop her once and for all.
That's the only bits of hints that I've got. I mean, there was a part where I got given a little bit more information, and I think I've got some part of a key. Date newest to oldest. Yeah, one of the 3 keys. So there's 2 other keys that I need to find. I just don't know where they are. It's a little bit disconcerting that I can't get rid of these death's doors. I should possibly rest, but I'm going to stick my head upstairs because I've got a fair few spells. Not a great number of spells, but a fair few spells. It's just still called the House of Edge of Time. Right, pressing onwards, checking for things. This mist suggests that there's 2 levels to this place as well. It's a little bit annoying that that's happened. Right, these guys are... Okay, acid bombs for these guys. Do you still have on your... Still got bless, but you don't have anything else. So use that and stab that one. Tristan, can we pop a bit of a heal on Rengungar? What's up with me? Oh, I'm paralyzed. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Jesus. Right, more acid bombs. We could do with a vampiric touch to get some more HP.
Let's see what our entrails look like.
This is where it turns into the cure mass.
don't have a freedom of movement spare, so I can't get rid of the paralysis on Chiron.
Stay behind me. Ah! Ah!
Yes, I agree the same. It's like if Josh is watching. Hi, Josh. Says I wish keys would disappear when the lock they are used is opened. Yeah, that's one of my other bugbears about it. It's like I've got so many keys or key-like things in my inventory, and it's like I'm pretty sure I've dealt with Bartholomew. But at the same token, it's not like we're now probably in the region of about 30, maybe even 40 sessions past Bartholomew, yet his key is still in my inventory. Whether I did that or not, it's difficult to say, and I don't really want to be, looking up Bartholomew's key, where it is in the world or where it's used in the world, running off to that point to find out that I've opened the thing that it had locked, then to either sell or discard the key, and it's... If it would just erase them once you've finished using them, would help clear up the inventory a lot, and also give the players some hint as to what they're supposed to be doing. Would everybody stop trying to kill Rengongar? What part of stop killing him did you not understand? Here, have a couple of bombs. It's interesting, it doesn't actually... Anybody else with ranged attacks, it would straight away just attack, target the other person. God dang it.
You forced my hand.
Let us strike at once.
It's just this guy over here, move over there. You're a terrible shot, Octavia. Hey, a round where Rengongar didn't get hit with anything. You've got the same resistance immunities, don't you? Oh, shoot, I wanted to use the bomb. Okay. Does he have shield and mirror image cells? He's probably got something. He's got shield, mage armor. He does have mirror image. I should have probably used that earlier. Thing is, with it just being this one guy, probably not too great of a concern. He says as the guy nearly murders me in a round. God dang it. Tristan, pop some kind of heal onto me, please. Do we have any other heals that you can do? Right, make with the murder. That's frustrating. 2 rounds and dead. And because it's me, it's permanently dead, even though Tristan stood right behind me with 3 different resurrection spells. And there's no way of removing Death's Door on this level. Right, let's... I mean, it wasn't excessively difficult. I just need to make sure that Valerie is the first one through the door. And maybe use some other spells. You know, it's one of them annoying little things about the way that this works, where it's like, I just always feel like that potentially what you really want to be doing is like, you know, I can just not take Chiron down this way. And it doesn't matter if these guys bust out through this door and just fail completely, because I can then run away, go pick up Harem, resurrect everybody, come back, try again. It doesn't feel like I'm supposed to be doing that, but it's the safest way of playing the game.
I'll cut you.
Why are you not allowed through this doorway? Valerie isn't that big.
Let us strike as one.
What is going on here? Can you throw them up far? You can do. Surprise! Bum. You can't get acid pit that far into the room. But you can get acid pit there. I've been paralyzed again. Are you allowed in the room yet? No, you're not allowed. Oh, I do love this game sometimes. Right, what do you have in the way of... Not great, but it did something. When you use this, you take a -2 armor class penalty. Okay. Oh, and you only get the one attack. Great stuff. Why would anybody ever use cleave?
Repent.
Here, have another fireball in here. Doing next to no damage.
Do not falter.
But it's the best I got right
Forced
now.
my hand.
I'm gonna catch both of them, yeah it is. Surprise! We're throwing bombs! You're stuck in the bottom of a hole. I'm gonna throw more fireballs into the room because why not?
Onwards.
I'll try to
Still doesn't allow me into the room. I quite like cleaving finish it unlocks though.
Bleed for me.
See, I could have sworn... Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not doing what I think it should be doing. Even though... You know, probably says in the description, but it doesn't do the thing.
So it's come to this.
Jubilios, you're out of most things. So, you're just going to... I use the... I would like to see what happens if I try to dimension door into the room. Please don't take our own with you. Aha! I figured it out. I figured a way out.
Let's see what your entrails look like.
And you could do with dying for me. Now that I'm in the room, it's like, I probably shouldn't be in this room. I wonder what this does exactly. We're gonna rest shortly anyway.
Consider me provoked.
I'd like you
I'll cut you.
to move a little bit away from that pit.
Die for me.
Now I would like you to murder this person.
Bleed for me.
Justice!
Show me your heart.
Right. Is there any good reason to be in this room at all? None that as far as I can see. Even bigger fire elementals. Tristan will be unstoppable. "20 seconds until paralysis is over." You don't have to select a skill attack with cleave and finish if your attack kills an enemy and it carries on from there if there is no target range. Yes, that's what I was thinking, but it should be doing. If you ask me. So we've got large fire elementals. We get 3 of those. We get 2 huge ones and 1 greater one. And that's very bright. Right. Not trying to hunt here. I want to use rations. And go. Love the way the fire elementals are just sort of like T-posed around to protect us. Okay, so that might be useful in the fights to come. Right, let's have a save. I know, but it's just auto-saved, but... Alright. What's round this door? Well, nothing terrible seems to have jumped out and tried to start killing me.
Focus on the goal.
Stunning barrier. Gold, like I need it.
It is finished.
This didn't work.
What do you mean he
Must be
didn't?
doing it wrong.
Charge at him.
Fun.
Ha! Primitives.
We do have a White Hunt Monarch And the White Hunt Monarch needs to die. And this thing is terrible. Okay. Still the surprise round, so can't really do much with anybody else. But I would like you to move over here because you're going to murder the Monarch guy. Why run up to Tristan and try and take him out? So rude. Right, Jubiliost. Oh, I forgot that only affects you. God dang it. Now I've got a giant-sized Jubilioth running around.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
Who's this? This is... right. Although I have a feeling that I'll be having to reload sometime soon. Because I'm nearly dead after the first round. And of course everybody's targeting me like I'm a piñata. Just move up to there and then fireball them already.
Fear me.
Dead! Does that hurt Jubilios's dex? I don't think Legendary Proportions does. So this is another room where I think I'm going to have to stay out of the way because they're just going to murder me.
You require my assistance?
That doesn't help. No. The spellbook. Your target grows to legendary proportions, increasing its size by 2 categories. The creature's height doubles and the weight increases by a factor of 12. The target gains a +6 size bonus to its strength and a +4 size bonus to its constitution score. It gains a +6 bonus to its natural armor and 10 DR against adamantine. Melee and range weapons used by the creature deal more damage. Nothing in there says that it harms the dex, although to a certain degree his AC might go down because you get the size bonus for small characters of 1 AC. But that's probably more than offset by the natural armor bonus that you get. Right. So this room had nothing but this.
All according to plan.
Right. King Chiron, stay at the back and hide out of the way. I do actually want to do this. Oh, are you kidding me? Greater invisibility doesn't count for squat, because I'm guessing somebody's got... the thing... the true sight. Or see invisibility. One of the two. So Valerie, I would very much like you to run up to that guy.
Let us strike as one.
I want you to stay there for now. I would like you to move up to Ringongar. Octavia, move up behind Valerie. Let's be sensible about this. Plus 1 image per 3 levels of a caster, maximum of 8 images total. Doesn't tell me how many you got in total. Surprise! I don't like you. Right, Jubiliost. Make you big, because that's just hilarious seeing a giant Jubiliost running around the battlefield. Stop hitting my mirror images. Wow. Lesson around and all the mirror images are gone. You're gonna have to...
Do it.
If you're not in the room when the fight starts, you can't get into the room. That's some new level of bullshit. Oh shoot, she's paralyzed. Had I have known that like 10 seconds ago. I got plenty more of these mirror images. Right. What did you just do to me?
Clever ploy.
Tristan, I need you to get round there and freedom of movement Valerie. 'Cause while she's stuck, we're all stuffed. Oh, don't tell me you're paralyzed as well. Oh, god dang it. Yay, Ringungar's dead! I've only got one, which is currently on Ringungar. I can move it around to somebody? Or when it's... I don't think I can move it during combat. Am I allowed to do that? Oh wait, no, that's the other thing. Continuous freedom of movement spell effect. Only usable by chaotic characters. That leaves Rengungar, Octavia and Jubiliost as the only three who can actually equip it. Everybody else is either neutral or lawful. And out of the three, Rengungar, Jubilios and Octavia, right, that's that done. How long does that last? I mean, it lasts 2 hours. I should possibly start casting that before I go into some of these rooms. Jubilios, you're gonna have to take care of that golem behind you. Rely on the fact that nobody can hit Valerie. Oh, Tristan's dead. It's over, folks. God dang it.
Do not falter.
Oh no, I'm still stuck outside that bleeding room. Although it'd probably be game... Oh, shoot, I forgot to change it to bombs.
All my knowledge, all my genius, lost.
Onward. Stay behind me.
I'm just seeing how this plays out. I know that it's pretty much a lost cause at this stage, but...
Let us strike as one.
Even the AI doesn't really know what to do with the fact that it can't reach me and I can't reach it.
Justice. I require
You require what, Valerie? Healing? So does everybody else.
pays off. I can't keep this up much longer. Do not falter. Her.
Or even if they're down, I can't kill them because they have that regeneration. Oh no, because they're one of the minions of the monarch. Run away! Unsaved progress will be lost. It's like we walked into a room and everybody died. What kind of progress do you think I'm after saving? Right, okay, so. Go in here, we loot this.
All according to plan.
Everybody stands just inside of the room. And then we divvy out some of these freedom of movements. Trying to work out what it is that actually why didn't Tristan get affected by it? I mean, it could just be that I'm lucky and he just doesn't get affected by much because dice rolls. But Tristan never seems to get immobilized either. Ooh, boo, boo. Oh well, it's not a great concern, I suppose. Right. How long does this last? This lasts 1 minute a level.
I'm restless.
Right. I would like you. What's the best one of these that you have? And bless. And a haste. Is that triggered? Yeah, it has triggered. Right. Valerie, lead the charge.
Confide in me.
Everybody else, you're a little bit. I don't want. You're a little bit more squishy, so I want you gathered up behind. Get through these people, they can't do anything this round. Right, I want you to go after the monarch. Tristan, I do not like how many times I've been in this room. So two can play at the summoning game, I just do it better. Ringongar. Just try. Oh, blood and sand. Okay. Move up behind and chain lightning. Surprise! It worked.
Considerably provoked.
I'd like you to move your 5 feet forward. Right, Tristan, move up to about there just in case anybody needs support. But also, Firestorm! Fire elementals, go! So chaos. Murder things. Jubilios. Force bombs. That guy.
This should do it.
Slightly more impressive if you could hit slightly more often. That sucks.
Do not falter. Ha!
Can you reach out and touch? Karen? Nope, you're a little too far away. Fire elemental in the way. Why are they fighting each other? Oh, confusion. Great stuff. More force bombs, Jubiliost. The summoned large fire elementals aren't as devastating as I would have hoped. I was hoping for big kabooms. So, yet again, I feel like I need to stay out of the way and nowhere within this fight because I'm just going to get murdered. I really should have saved it. Right, okay, so. Rob this thing. Right. Chiron, you're staying over there. Because it is totally pointless taking you into the fight. Everything targets you, you end up dead, and then it's game over. Right, so with that, freedom of movement on Valerie, freedom of movement on Octavia. Right, that's those two. Death ward on Ringongar. Let's bless. Jubilios, make yourself huge. Make Valerie huge. Firebrand everybody, why not? Why is that spell to fire swarm? I was playing a melee character as my first main time around. All my others have been ranged. No, I totally understand why you might want to go ranged on this. Force bomb the smeg out of that guy. Really? Okay, chain lightning the smeg out of that guy.
Let us strike as one.
Go keep the element of the golems busy. Both of them? Yeah, close enough. Tristan. It's not great, but it does. Just go there and wait a moment. Karen, stay in the corner where it's safe. Right, Jubilios. Force bomb that guy. Just until I'm ready to deal with you lot. Oh, shoot.
Do not falter.
Wish you had some degree of control over summoned things. Nope. Can't get that one far enough away from everybody else. Right. Force bomb. That guy. Oh yeah, that's why I wanted you around here. I wanted you to top it with this lot.
Provoked.
This guy is slightly concerning.
There are other ways to cast this spell.
Go hide behind Valor's shadow. Right. God dang it. Oh, so much for disintegrate being impressive. It took far too many rounds to try and cast. Yes, try to attack Valerie. Right, what do we have? Just about nothing. Can you? No, you can't move past this bleeding person. Where are my other elementals? You know, the impressive ones. Shoot. Right, maybe that's a turnaround in my circumstances. Shoot.
Onwards!
Where's the rest of my summoned elementals? I demand fire! Huh, there's one. Right. What's the chances of me being able to move around? Oh, didn't need to move around.
I'm getting killed here.
Oh, get over it. Right, Octavia. See if you can't disintegrate one guy. Nope, you missed.
Whatever the rest of you are doing, protect me.
Working on it, Jubileost. You're looking for buffs to hit rate in the last session. I remember Tristan's Blessing of the Faithful. This huge fire elemental do 4 points of damage. There is that. But at the same token... Oh no, Jubileost has his own heals. Screw that guy. Blessing of the Faithful. Valerie. Rengangar. Let's have some 10 hit points. All you need to do is hit them once. There we go. Nice, and you crit. That's what I like to see. Right, Karen, stay here hiding in the corner, because that's what you do. Jubileost. Heal thyself. See? You're fine. Right, you might want to move away though. It's a terrible place for you to be. Right. Fire snake. Hey, you did some damage, Octavia. Congratulations. Another one of the mirrors. Batman. What am I doing with Tristan? What am I doing with Tristan? He is probably gonna heal himself. That's an idea. Because he was not looking too great there. Right. I want you to make your way slowly around to Octavia. Ringongar, we're going to go with just murdering this guy. Oh, I did not see that guy right there. Time to carry on. Stay hiding in the corner. It's what you do best. But yeah, thanks Josh for that tip about the Tristan's Blessing of the Faithful. Jubiliost, right. I want you to move a little bit further away. So that you're out of range. And you throw these bombs at this guy. Right, Octavia, you are in a bit of a predicament. So I would like you I think what I'm gonna do is actually dimension door just you somewhere safer, which would be wherever Tristan's at. Supposed to be making with the murder. Like Tristan, you will heal Octavia. Go on, move over to Octavia and oh god. I would like you to move closer to... Are you stuck?
Stay behind me.
Let's fight the huge elemental over the table. Right, where's that heal of yours? That's not a heal. There's that heal. Apply the heal to Octavia. Barely worth a heal, but okay. Karen, you're doing great. You're hiding in that corner with the expertise of a rogue.
Let us strike as one.
Hey, the summoned greater fire elemental has turned up. Go take care of the golem. Totally forgot these guys were immune to cold. Yes, regret life choices. Prepare to get bombed out of existence. If we can just hit you once. No? Okay. Right, I would like you to stay out of harm's way. There we go. Slightly disappointed at the effectiveness of... Go murder the... Oh, God. Right, you are out of bombs, so just shoot your crossbow at that thing.
This is for you.
Do not falter.
Tristan, move closer to it. Let's see if your fire elemental will follow you over there. Come on! Yay! You're moving! Do you have a reach rod with Tristan? I don't think I do. Gotta maximize, lesser maximize, and then lesser empower. I think that's all of these rods. Oh, he's got a lesser quicken as well. Wow, Tristan, just wow. I mean, that's almost impressively bad. I forgot to use a thing that guarantees a hit. I mean, this thing's pretty easy to hit.
A clever ploy.
Not the face. Where's your fire elemental gone? Come on, get back in the fight. I didn't summon you to do nothing. Okay, I did summon you to do nothing. Ooh. A glaive plus phrase, so worth it. A Jabberwocky statue, silent but still unfrightening. There's something uncanny about the fact that Nerissa has been defended and nearly obliterated by this creature. Placed a statue at the heart of her home. Right, Chiron, you can join us in the room.
In due time.
Touch the mirror. For a second, you see a figure of the above the image ripples and disappears. Which probably means I've been touching them out of order. Ooh, yay, a chest. With more money in there.
That is not far.
And a bow. A chest over here. Right. One of the things that I should probably do is rest, because just getting through this one room I burnt a lot of spells. But what I want to do is also try to work out the order of these mirrors. Can't remember where the third one is. Is it in the basement? Or is it by the door? Not in this side of the world. Because that's another thing that I need to do upstairs is nope. There it is. Oh. Nearly ended up shooting back the other way. Right, that's a first one, I'm sure. Now go upstairs. Let's see if the one in that room is the second one.
In due time.
I think I'm in the right plane at the moment. I think. I hope I'm in the right plane. Yay, right plane of existence. Maybe. The mirror reacts to your touch and shows an image from the past. Sounds of battle fade in the distance. The last surviving soldier slumps into the hall and falls, smearing blood from his many wounds upon the floor. The wizard coldly steps over his comrade's body, his ardent gaze fixed upon one spot, Narissa, sitting upon the edge of the bench in the back of the room, carelessly dangling her feet. "You fooled us, Fey Queen," the wizard says the wizard angrily. You promised us immortality and power, but poured death into our veins and called it elixir. My country is devoured by riots. Wizards die unable to defend themselves. But I shall not leave it like this. I have found the road to the First World. I've come a long way. I've convinced the Lantern King to help me. And I will demand an answer from you. Narissa laughs. My wild cat, so angry, so hungry for knowledge. I've never thought you'd give up so easily. But you are too late. Terribly, terribly late. The roads of the First World played a trick on you. You spent almost 200 years on the road to my door. Your country is in ruins. Your entire order is dead. Even if I release you from the poison in your veins, you'll only return to rule over rock and bone. Look into my mirror and see for yourself. You are lying, as you always have, says the wizard, but his voice shows doubt. He turns to the mirror for a long moment. You seem to me to stare. And then a huge shadow falls upon his face. The creature who cast it is somehow beyond the mirror. You cannot see it, but you feel the blow of an evil power striking the wizard down. He doesn't scream or even moan, just drops dead on the floor. Narissa gets up from her place and approaches slowly. She gently tucks a strand of the dead wizard's hair behind his ear, then picks up the magic lantern. The Lantern King hasn't forgotten about me. He sends me new amusements. Narissa looks at the dead wizard and nods to the shadow standing out of sight. You may take the body. Hide the remains in your storage in the dungeon. I don't want to stumble over them somewhere in the house. The vision fades. A moment later, the original reflection of the wizard returns. Dead? I'm dead? Why won't the house let me go? As if the story isn't over yet. Find the final mirror, I beg you. Right. I think it's by the front door. It's one of them little puzzles where it's like, you gotta find the right three, and it's like, okay, fair enough. But at the same token, because they're so scattered around, I have a terrible feeling that it's not this one, it's the one in the basement. But then again, it's all like, if I said that it's the one in the basement, I'd have a terrible feeling it's the one up here. And I have a bad feeling that if I touch either one of them, it's going to reset the sequence. Meaning that if it is the one up here and not the one in the basement, I need to slip into the other wall, touch the one in the other room on this floor. The mirror is covered in thick mist and reflects nothing. Okay, let's go down to the basement then. The basement is distal. And I'll touch this one and it'll say and tell me nothing. Because I need to touch them in order, so... Yeah, back up to the first floor, touch that one in the other half. Flip sides, touch the one upstairs. And then potentially flip sides again to come downstairs to touch the one down here, and then maybe this will all work. Yeah, I don't mind it so much, you know, but at the same token, because it's got these long loading screens,
just makes it more time consuming and slightly annoying. For a second you see, okay, so it is this one, right. Back up a floor. Right, is it in... Yes, it's in this half. Right, now I need to flip sides and go to the third one. The second one upstairs. Hopefully there's mists up here. It is off at the moment, isn't it? It is. And that's not fair. God damn it. And there's a monarch. Ah yes, you're stuck because bullshit. Bum 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 bum. You're at a bomb, so you're nigh on useless.
Bleed for me.
Is this... No, that's everybody kind of spell. Found a scout hiding. Oh, fascinated. Great stuff.
Stay behind me.
Balderdash. Oi, ba 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 ba. Right, so I can't change upstairs easily. I have a feeling that essentially every room upstairs I'm going to have to go in fully rested and use absolutely everything at my disposal to try to overcome the challenges. For barely any experience whatsoever. Right, back upstairs. This time I should be on the right plane of existence. And be able to get by with touch this one, go downstairs. I can flip in the basement, that's not a problem.
Ready for anything?
If I need to flip again.
In due time.
And back again. Down to the basement. Thing is, it's getting to the point where I'm sort of like, this is getting into the realms of not very enjoyable for me, having to constantly reload and whatnot, because it's all like, mistakes have been made that are not in a correctable state. You know, I feel that I should have concentrated more throughout the game on making sure that I level up to level 20 before getting to this point. Made sure that everybody who is available. I mean, one of the things is, it's like, I'm still fairly convinced that if I need to switch planes, it's this one. There, I swear. Right. No, shoot. Come on, everybody gather around. If Anne-Marie and Lindsay were still here, I'd be having a much easier time at this. Plot says no. It's just one of them where it's like, I'm thinking potentially of, for the sake of getting through this, because I can't go back and undo the mistakes that were made, is lowering the difficulty down so that I can get to the end of the plot. I don't want to, but I don't know how much I'm good, because at the moment I'm struggling through every combat, and even the one that I've just managed to do, I had to stay completely out of the way and not in the fight whatsoever, so that I wouldn't get instantly killed in a game over screen. And even with everything that I did, I still feel that I was just barely holding on. The mirror reacts to your touch and shows you the same pantry. The door opens and the gnarly witch appears in the doorway. She holds the wizard's gnawed body effortlessly, like a child or a bundle of cloth. Shuffling forwards, she hurls him into one of the shelves between the potions and the artifacts. What a nice trophy I have today. Pleased with herself, the witch leaves. The mistress seems to have forgotten about her pantry for a long time. The lights remain out, but in the darkness there is a flickering of some artifacts. You see the wizard's body overtaken by a strange swarming. Something is moving and wriggling there, and moaning softly. A long time seems to pass between the glass before the lights are on again and the witch appears in the doorway with Narissa. Ah, I bungled it. The great hag shakes her head regretfully. Narissa stares at the moving pile of worms, taking the shape of the human body. Clinging to life so stubbornly, desiring for revenge or a new chance, to be willing to return to life, even as an ugly monster. Oh, I know this feeling. She looks at the witch. Find a way to erase his memory without destroying his knowledge of magic. He could be very, very useful to me. He'll serve the one who destroyed him, without even knowing what he's doing. Isn't it wonderful? The final moments of the vision show the wriggling man trying to make a first step in his horrid new form, and the gnarly witch bustling around him, discontented. Then everything vanishes. Another moment, and the wizard appears in the place of the horrid creature. The way he looks when he was alive. The reflection stares into the distance and remains silent for a long time. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. Do you remember everything now? Many things, says a reflection softly. My name was, though it doesn't matter. I was a member of the Wizard Order who founded the state in the Stolen Lands a long, long time ago. We subdued this savage land with the power of magic and began to build a new order, one we deemed right. Within the country, the Order had absolute power. Many thought it tyrannical, but so what? Then Nyrissa came. She charmed us with sweet words, promised to share with us the secrets of the First World. What wizard would refuse new power and knowledge? We listened to her and paid for it dearly. With one hand she fed us new knowledge, which turned deadly, and with the other hand she nurtured troublemakers from the common people. Riots flared up around the country, and were cruelly subdued, flared again, and then our best wizards started dying, one by one. I was the heir to the Order's chief, one of the strongest wizards of my generation. I was also foolish enough to be the first to take the magic elixir whose secrets Nyrissa had shared with us. It enhanced a wizard's power for a short time, and also killed him. Slowly, but inevitably. When the truth was revealed, it became clear to me that me and the whole country, that the Order didn't have long to live. I gathered everyone I could for a desperate crusade to the First World. You've seen how that ended. If you're free now, I have to go. Yes and no. I'll now go into oblivion, but I would like to know that Nyrissa will no longer treat my remains as a toy. Take a shot of this mirror and show it to him. The one they call the Wriggling Man. Let him remember. Let him see how the Fey Queen laughed at him. And I'm leaving forever. Farewell. Shard of mirror. Is that an equipable item? No. So it's going to be a dialogue thing when I find, if I find the Wriggling Man. I can't remember which side of the reality is the camping on. But yeah, this is also a mildly frustrating part of all of this. It's not like the amount of shifting, you know. I appreciate this is supposed to be the epic conclusion to a 100-hour plot. But at the same token, it does feel terribly long-winded, especially seeing as though my options and abilities are so limited. Right.
Here. I am yours to command.
There seems to be something wrong here. We have Octavia, and we have Octavia. She refuses to talk to herself. Get rid us some of this junk. Confirm that there's all of interest. What am I thinking? I am thinking... What am I thinking? Oh, that's it. Dinosaur bones, diamond dust, diamonds. I might need some more diamonds. I'm not sure how many of those I've burnt through. Camping supplies. Let's take another 12. And back upstairs we go. Put all that running around for, what was it? 2,880 experience points. To maybe do something about the wriggling men when I can find them. Right. Can't remember which side of reality I'm on. Oh, I'm on the side of, I'm on a different side of reality.
I'm listening.
Why am I not surprised?
Let us strike as one.
Shozbot. What was true seeing last 17 minutes.
Do not falter. Huh.
Delay until after Ring on Gar. And true sight to me.
Let's see what your entrails look like.
And now murder that thing.
Let yourself open.
There we go. Oh yeah, there's another ghostly guard here.
Repent!
Onwards.
There we go. Next.
Stay behind me.
This is for you!
I've got you.
This should do it.
Shadows of Absalom by Pax Grummetre. No one peeped through the slits in the window shuttered. The vigil was staggering out the porch. No one had promised herself centuries ago that he'd never deal with the halflings again after the case of a clockwork head. Even the bleaching is better than some adventures. However, soon something was disturbing in the visitor's appearance. Something was wrong. What do you say, Kex? His assistant sat at the window next with yarn and knitting needles in her hands. Look at his clothes. A second hand. He's a hobo. He is, but you're not quite right. Look at his feet. Kex looked, trying to make out at least something in the faint light of a lantern above the door. Are those... He was shackled. Rather than answering, the gnome stepped forward towards the door. We shall need a doctor. As if to prove his words, the guest faltered and collapsed on his knees and fell headfirst onto the doorstep. All right. The book's pages are empty, but upon opening them, you see an exhausted, mangled nymph, barely recognizable as Nerissa. She sits on a familiar pedestal, the one you saw during your travels through the First World, holding her knees with one arm and staring into the distance. Dim shadows hover above The formidable silhouette of a Jabberwocky screams of her sister nymphs falling under the monster's blows. The bitterness of defeat, the burden of grief and sorrow weigh down on your shoulders with endless despair and pin you to the ground. Alright.
How may I help?
Might as well do some healing. It's a wriggling man. Hundreds of worms make up the body of this foulsome creature, swarming and wriggling restlessly. But the creature doesn't seem alarmed. It turns to you and nods. It's simply a gesture of politeness only. The worms have no eyes, and their common body has no true head, only a sacralichum of the form that came before. Hello, guest. The bodiless voice. What do you need from the wriggling man? Nerissa murdered you and now uses you as a servant. Look at this shard. It will show you everything. Your past, your death, and your rebirth. What? What do you mean? You feel a strange tension in the wriggling man's 1,000 voices. The hand of the macabre creature takes the shard from you. Images flash across the smooth surface of the mirror. A wounded wizard fights in a doorway in the house of the edge of time. The wounded wizard confronts Nerissa and dies. Worms eat the body in the Nearly Witch's pantry. Finally, Nerissa looks at the newly created worm body and orders the witch to destroy the wizard's memory of the event. Finally, the mirror stops showing pictures from the past, and all that remains is a regular reflection of the wriggling man's cruel face. A ball of twitching worms under the shadow of a black hood. The creature's hand starts to tremble. Blinded, fooled, we, what happened to me? How did we, we, all of us, could let her make a toy out of us? What have you done, guest? So much pain and anger. We can't hold it back. The wriggling man shudders, and then the next moment falls to pieces. The worms quickly crawl away. Only his black cloak remains lying on the floor. Yoink. The wriggling man's key. Braces of armor 8. Natural armor 5. Bring of protection 5. Physical form plus 6. Dark master robes. Intelligence, charisma, and arcana are all up. And the quarterstaff. See, one of the things that I date oldest to newest to oldest. See, I'm sure. Oh no, it's wisdom that's based off, which is still stuck at 21. Yours is intelligence based. Could potentially push it a little bit higher. 31. But what does that buy us? Not much. Extra spell slot. At 6 and at 7 and at 2. Spellcasting DC would be up by 1. But everything else is crippled. Braces do I wear? +5 deflection bonus, which is usually what you get. I can't think of getting a way of getting my AC up even higher. Still, 38 is respectable. Yours by a couple. Physical form goes up. The wriggling man's key goes with the gnarly witch's key. It's just one more to find. Is he the only individual in this room? Does Charisma affect Tristan's uses of healing? I think it does.
Confide in me.
But I think he'd need to rest. Good domain. Sure. Pretty sure it affects something. You can use this ability a number of times per day equal to 3 plus your wisdom modifier. Oh, here it is. And channel positive energy. The amount of damage dealt or healed is equal to 1d6 points of damage plus 1d6 of damage for every 2 levels of cleric beyond first. So 2d6 at third, and so on. Creatures that take damage from channeled energy will receive a will save to halve the damage. The DC of this save is equal to 10 plus 1.5 plus half the cleric's level plus the cleric's charisma modifier. The creatures healed by the channel energy cannot exceed the maximum hit point total. All excess healing is lost. The cleric may channel energy the number of times per day equal to 3 plus her charisma modifier. So I get more channel positive energy. But at the same token, I've not been struggling with the number of uses of channel positive energy per day.
the charisma is the intelligence isn't doing anything for Tristan, and this robe grants a wearer the ability to cast up to 6 spells per day that are maximized as for using the maximized spell feat. It affects spells of 6th level or lower. All variables, numerical effects, and of a spell modified by this feat, a maximized saving throw and opposing rolls are not affected, nor are spells without any random variables. I have a feeling that the Leviathan's gift is better because I'm not using as many. The Dark Master robes will be useful to Octavia, but unfortunately she loses out on AC, taking her back down to a 19. Which, seeing as though her AC is 24, when the next lowest is 28. I think the robes of a true master serve Octavia better. Plus, as well, the intelligence bonus is only going to go up by a +2 because she's already wearing a headband of mental perfection, which would give her +1 DC to her spells. But the robes of the true master are giving her a +2 bonus to spell penalty. I thought there was something in there about DC, but there's not. I don't think that it's worth that 1 extra DC in her spells and 2 extra spells, a 2nd and a 6th, for the loss of the armor class. I mean, the her armor class is nigh on useless anyway. You know, for all intents and purposes, unless we actually manage to raise that up somewhat higher, it's no better than running around naked. I just don't think she's got the AC to actually resist anything. Of course, the AI doesn't really target her until, you know, everybody else is dead, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference what her AC is. Ah, swarms. Great stuff. Right, if everybody could gather around. Julius, delay until then. Wow, people have just died. Did the blessing of the faithful eat channel uses? Might do. I can't exactly check right now because people are dead. And I don't know which these guys are vulnerable to, so let's force bomb them out of existence. Wow, that's useless. Can't actually do anything because you're over encumbered, I think.
Let us strike as one.
Even these things, tiny little bugs, are just making mincemeat of me.
A calculated risk.
The weak suffer. I endure.
A clever ploy.
Oh, they're also immune to electricity. Great stuff. And there we go. 4 piles of bugs killed me in less than 2 rounds. I don't think I've got any. Do I have poison? Protection from poison? Is there anything for protection from poison? Other than increasing your saving throws? Protection from acid, evil, good, law, communal law. Remove fear, protection, resist acid, resist electricity, resist fire, resist sonic, shield, shield of the faithful. Stunning barrier. You are closely surrounded by a barely visible magical field. The field provides a +1 deflection bonus to AC and a +1 resistance bonus to saves. Any creature that strikes you with a melee attack is stunned for 1 round. Will negate once the field is stunned an opponent, the spell is discharged. That's useless to me. Right, Octavia. It's your time to shine. Right, what I want you to do is summon a hungry pit right about there. And then go draw everything into it.
Provoked.
Everyone else stay at the top of the stairs where it's safe and we can run away should the bugs overwhelm Octavia. Didn't quite work out as planned. Run away, Octavia! Run away! Throw another spell behind you. Oh wait, no, you're poisoned, so you can't. Well, everybody, this is the end of Octavia. Bid her farewell. No, not really. You're screwed. Right. Oh, that was something. Blessing of the Faithful Long does eat into the channels. But again, you know, I've been using so many heals, so many converting spells, I've not really been using the channels. Right, everybody stay at the top of the stairs. Jubileost.
is going to throw some bombs at them. That'll teach them. No, don't charge at me. Oh no, Jubilios is dead. There's no more bombs, folks! Run! Difficulty class is 32. I can only make the save on a 19 and 20. No. 18, 19 and 20. So I have a 15% chance to save. Yeah, 15. Octavia can only save on a critical success. %35% chance for Jubilios to make the save, and he's already dead. Oh, you're nauseated, so you can't do anything. You're nauseated and can't do anything. Hagrid, you can do things. Like run away. Wow. You were useful. So useful. .28 points of ability damage later. Valerie dies. And I've barely even begun to scratch the surface of these guys. You are still nauseated apparently. Run away! Oh, you're also nauseated now. Oh, there goes the fire elemental idea that I just had. Anybody know how to get immunity to poisons? What are you running away for? Run at them. At them. How do you poison fire?
So much for the fire elemental idea. Tristan, run away! Right. Top. Hiking ridiculous. What's your range on your bombs? Right. So the tarpaul will slow them down a little bit while we put every kind of pit between here and there and hope for the best. No, you're supposed to fall into the pits. My plan, it has failed. Make with the booms. We need bigger booms. We need more pits. That didn't help. Run away. I said run away. Little bit late, Tristan. Little bit late. Make with the murder! Make with the murder! Run away! Oh yeah, we're immune to electricity. Forgot about that one. Huh, there dies Tristan.
This is for you!
I'll cut you.
Just stand there and take it. Bum, 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 bum. Any poison in its system or any poison to which it is exposed for the duration of a spell during the spell's duration does not affect the subject until the spell's duration has expired. That'll make you immune to poison for a while, but by what I'm reading there is basically I'll have 17 hours to complete this, or else just everybody's just gonna keel over and die. Communal level 3. I'll have a look at that once it loads up.
Confide in me.
Open the spellbook. Level 3 communal. Delay poison communal. Yeah, you'll be immune to it for any poison in the system or any poison to which is exposed during the spell's duration does not affect the subject until the spell's duration is expired. It might give me enough time to deal with the poison. I'll give it a try. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Get rid of the blindness. Deal away poison. It is time for me to bring the stream to a close. So, we'll pick this up on Thursday. At the 8 p.m. GMT. I gotta get going soon, but so this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker session 74. If you can't tell, I'm getting a little bit frustrated at this. Just the amount of the extend rod won't do anything because it'll only be for it's hard fixed at an hour, and extend might do something. It might double its duration or something like that, but at the same token it's only going to mean, you know, from the wording of the delay poison is it will prevent the onset of poison, but the poison will still be in the system. So hopefully by using that, it will give me an hour to go into that room, kill the bugs which aren't poisoning me, which shouldn't be too difficult because they don't do a whole lot of damage. Fingers crossed. And then deal with the poison before the spell wears off. If it doesn't allow me to deal with the poison until the spell wears off, then what essentially will happen is, great, while the hour-long duration of communal delay poison is in effect, everybody's fine. Then as soon as that wears off, everybody keels over and dies from poison. See, I don't know. It's one of them where it's like, I'm going to have to give it a try, but that will have to be on Thursday now. So yeah, I'm Chiron Rossmore. I stream Pathfinder Kingmaker on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on Fridays I stream Hitman 3. Hitman 3 is getting a little bit weird because it's all like, I've finished all the plot and all the bonus missions, so I'm just kind of going back and doing whatever I feel like. Mainly it's to try and practice for the elusive targets that are coming up, but at the same token, it's one of them where it's sort of like, it's just, you know, doing whatever I feel and also taking suggestions from the chat. So feel free to drop in for that. On Monday the 24th, which is actually next Monday, I will be over on Manapot Studios at 7 p.m. GMT, running a group of friends through a Starfinder adventure path called Fly Free or Die. The link, I've actually got a thing. There we go. That I hope, you know, it will basically be, it's an actual play live stream of it, so all the dice rolls are real, all the results are real, and I am the GM. And one of the things that I might do as a bit of a sort of like breakdown on the Thursdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays is like, if you've got any questions about
the decisions that I made or the rules or something like that if you come over to my channel on the Tuesdays and Thursdays to discuss those. I don't really want to bog down that stream with too many questions and answers. It's not that I mind question and answers, it's just it's a 3-hour window. It's going to take us a couple of years to get through an adventure path anyway, or at least a year to get through the entire adventure path, so bogging it down with answering questions for an entire hour of every session is just going to make it longer. Of course, they've got their own Discord set up, so if you do actually have any questions, feel free to drop into that and ask them there. I must remember to see if we can get a couple of channels devoted to Fly Free or Die. Doobly what's it, flibbity flob. On Saturdays I'm usually joining my friend Mancat UK over on his channel. But yeah, if you check my schedule below for my timings, Manapot Studios for their timings, and Mancat's stream for his timings, it's all updated to your time zones because that's how Twitch works. And I thank you for joining me in this final leg of Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is super frustrating because it's basically an accumulation up of mistakes, and it's now punishing me for these mistakes, and I don't like it. And I hope to see you all next time. Oh, rating. And let's see if there's anybody worthwhile rating. I forgot that's a thing that we do. Come on, load up. God, it takes so much bandwidth just loading up Chrome that it killed my stream for a moment there. Yeah, Trash Bandicoot is playing something. I don't know what they're playing, but let's go raid them. Are they playing? Nope, they just seem to be about ending. Or they're on a break. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, no raid today. And I shall hopefully see you all next time. Taddy bye.